Hello, you wonderful people. Today we're going to talk about taking action, because there are so many of you out there that just don't. For those who don't know me, I'm Pete from Techers. Thank you so much for all the comments you've been leaving for me recently. Really appreciate it. Keep at it. So I want to talk to you today about taking action, since there's been a couple of scenarios that have happened in the past couple of weeks, and I thought it would just be interesting to address them in a video. Now, the first is for a customer who we have recently onboarded, you know, when you get free cupcakes and that kind of onboarding. And the reason why we are onboarding them is because they have had 2 cyber breaches in the last 6 months. And in each situation, they informed the IT company and they took some steps. And that's the key here, is they took some steps. And so after the first breach, some steps were taken, they cleaned up the infection and fixed the issue, and nobody asked the question of, well, how did it get in, or why did it get in? And so, what do you think happened next? The same thing happened again, the exact same thing happened, I think it was 2 or 3 months later. And again, the issue was cleaned up, and no one asked any questions, nobody patched the hole, nobody did anything to fix the reason why this was happening. They just did nothing. And that brings me on to the second story of the week, where we are onboarding another new customer. And part of the process of onboarding is receiving the passwords from the outgoing IT company, the people that were supporting them, and they hold all of their information. You know, passwords is one of the key things that we need to be able to get into their systems and access their servers and the networking and their accounts. And one of the passwords that was accidentally handed across to us was the master password that actually got us access into all of their, or maybe not all, but quite a number of their customers' networks. And so this is a network administration tool where we can log in. We have basically full access. I mean, we could connect into the customer networks if we wanted to. We could see wireless passwords. We could change passwords. We had the power to delete entire networks had we been that way inclined. Of course, we have ethics here and standards, so we didn't. But that was an accident, which is absolutely fine. Accidents, of course, do happen. And what we then did, and this is what surprised me, is we then notified them that they had done that. And it's now 4 days later, and nothing's happened. We can still get access. They've not changed the password. Nothing's happened. And so earlier today I sent a message to the director of the company who hopefully will do something, because, you know, perhaps you know, there is something going wrong here. Perhaps the employee has made a mistake and they don't want to, you know, own up and say, sorry, oh look, I've made a mistake here, we need to change the password. So I've notified them, and as of yet I've not had a reply back. The password still works, but it has only been about 6 to 8 hours since I've done that. So still quite not that great that it has been 6 to 8 hours on an issue where, I mean, it's effectively a breach, you know, it's a cyber breach. Had it been handed to somebody malicious, they could have done a lot of damage with that. Notifying the ICO, fines, all of this kind of thing that I guess, and I'd imagine, would be the process that you go down. Notifying the customers themselves, but we'll see what happens. And it was a bit of a conundrum for me, because I felt morally obliged to let them know and get in contact with the director, but then also, as I was drafting the message, it felt very much like, you made a mistake, haha, we're better than you, that kind of thing, and being a bit of a telltale, and it just didn't sit right with me. So it was a bit of a conundrum. I sent the message, I did send it across, but I would be interested to know what your thoughts are. What would you have done in that situation if something had happened with a customer of yours or a partner of yours, and some information had been leaked, no damage has been done, and no damage was done? Would you then tell them about that? Would you go up the ranks because you've told somebody and they've not done anything? Would you then go up to the next director level and the owner level to report it? I think I would, and I did. But it was a decision I had to make. And there's the virtual kick up the bum. So that's what I'm going to leave you with this week. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to... A friend of mine, Mike, thank you, lent me a Oculus Quest. It's an Oculus Quest. And you might have seen these online, or you might have seen people wear them or read about them already. And this is the latest, I think it's one of the latest VR headsets. So the Oculus Quest is completely wireless. It doesn't need to be wired into a PC or a console or anything else. You literally just have the wireless headset. I think the battery life lasts 2 hours or so. And you have a couple of wireless controllers as well. So let's have some fun.
We're playing, yeah, I got the power. I got the power. I got unlimited power. I got the power. I got unlimited power. I got the power. I got unlimited power. It's running the game. We are not playing the same. I was just going insane. From red to blue, from blue to red, the nigga from red from overhead. We're playing. Coming closer, victory is mine. I'm making history, it's time. I'm living this moment, living the only, giving up only when my score is higher. You cannot find no one better than me. You cannot cover my delicacy. You cannot follow my legacy, please. Cause I'm a phenomenon and carrying on. Cause I can go on and anything else you can say for later. We're playing Beat Saber. Unlimited power. I got the power. I got unlimited power. I got the power. I got unlimited power. Since the beginning, and I keep on winning, and I keep on swinging for hours. I was running the game. We are not playing the same. I was just going insane. From red to blue, from blue to red, the nigga from red from overhead. We're playing. We're playing. We're playing.
It's just as messy as you left it, Agent 34.
Wow, that is. Wow.
Not Daisy. Give me your heart. Not pain, but promotion.
Headshot.
Yes, thank you.
Service with a smile.
Can you see how sweaty I am now after that? Wow. That's definitely a workout and a half, that's for sure. Really, really shows you how far technology has come. This is better than a gym membership. You know, you can do it from the comfort of your own home, you break out, sweat. Yeah. So anyway, slightly off topic, I know. But like I've said, this week is all just about taking action. Like the 2 cases I gave you, it's a simple case of just doing something. There's a problem, let's go fix it. It's not that difficult. So, if you need any help with anything, cybersecurity, IT or otherwise, you know where we are. We're not always sweaty. We normally sit down at our desks and do quite a lot of work, and work very, very hard here. So, you know who we are, you know where we are. Just connecting with us, and we'll make sure we do the best for you. That's all for this week. Like, subscribe, all of those things. And I'm going to have a shower. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. You know, if any of my staff get to see the CCTV of this, it's going to look like the most ridiculous thing. Actually, I might try and find the CCTV of me wandering around the office and cut it in.